Dave Scott, Hub Media, and today I'm joined by Kevin Ryan, and he's Kevin's the director of the food bank in Port Dover area Lifeline Food Bank, I believe. I hope I got that all right for you, Kevin. Sorry about
that's
that.
right, Dave. Yes, you did. Yeah.
And earlier this year, I was looking at some stats, and I got kind of wrapped up in it, and I wanted to make sure that I talked to you guys at some point this year. In March, I saw that over 2 million Canadians needed to use a food bank. It was a record month for that to happen in this country. And boy, I'd love to get your thoughts on that. Is this just a growing concern that we're seeing everywhere?
Yeah, that is true, Dave. I was watching the news the other night where that status now has moved up, and they were saying there's over 3.5 million people. And I thought they said in Toronto that are using food banks, or maybe that's across the country, but that's now 3.5 million.
Oh my goodness. And inflation early in the year, like it was hard. Like it was hard for everybody, wasn't it?
That's right. Oh, for sure. We have people now that are coming to the food bank every 2 weeks that that we didn't expect to get, but these are people that are basically working and more or less maybe can't make ends meet, and our jobs are gone, or various other things that people are finding that the cost of food, that the food bank is in their need to be able to obtain food. Yeah.
Are you seeing a cross section of all different population? Like I know I had talked to this Simcoe Food Bank a number of years ago, and they were seeing an influx of younger people at that time. And I just thought, wow, like, where's this going?
Yeah, we also too. We've had some young people come in. People like, we've had a few people that have moved into the area. They've moved in with family, and they lost their jobs in various other places, and they can't pay the rent wherever they were living, so they've moved back. And we've had a couple of people in the last 2 weeks that have come. A young man and his girlfriend have moved in with his sister. So these are things that that are happening. Yeah, we're getting more young people, as well as families that are having problems, more or less marital problems, or what, problems like that, and they're using the food bank as well. Yeah.
What can you give me some, like, if you're willing to share, like, numbers? What are we seeing in Port Dover right now as far as, or when you guys are handing out food? Is it 20 people, 100 people? Like, where does it sort of sit with you guys?
Well, say 3 years ago, we were averaging like 14, 15 people a week. Now we're doing at least 20 to 25. Our biggest one we had so far this year was 29 people in 1 week. So we're averaging over 20 a week anyway, for sure. We had 20 yesterday, matter of fact.
And how, a couple quick questions. Where are you located, and what are your hours? Like, can people, let's say folks that need to use it, let's start there. Where do they go, and when can they come?
Okay, the food bank is open on Tuesdays from 9 a.m. to 11:45.
Okay.
And it's the address is 215 Market Street East. It's the old Beaver Lumber building.
Yep,
That's right. And our phone number is 519-909-2845. You can call and leave a message, and we can get back to you. Or we have an email called portdoverfoodbank@gmail.com.
Okay, that's great. We'll get that information and make sure we put it on the screen. Can I ask a personal question? Why did you get involved? Why is it so important to you to help?
Well, we moved to Port Dover in 2004, and really we got involved through our church at St. Cecilia's, because at that time the food bank was basically run by the 4 churches here in Port Dover, and by Rebecca Lodge, as well as the Legion. And over the years, things have changed. And most of the directors that came with the food bank then were basically the 4 churches and the other 2 institutions that are here in Port Dover. So over the years, people moved on, and then new people come on. I just got on as a volunteer, and then eventually there was openings for a director, so I went on there, as well as the people that are there today, and that's basically how it all started. Yeah,
it's critical to the community, is it not? Like, I definitely think it is, for sure.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. You've got to look at the people here in Port Dover. Port Dover is a place. It's As any other place today, it's a hard place to live in the sense that rent is very high and to find a place is very hard. So the people that are here and, that need that are living here need the food bank. And we take in like a very surrounding area right out to Victoria, parts of Victoria, so, I think Port, maybe St. Williams and stuff like that. Yeah, that people come. Yeah.
How do people, if they want to make a donation, cash or food, how do they do that? Is it the same way? Just give you a call or stop by on Tuesdays?
They can, or they can go through Canada Help. I think it's .ca. Most of I talked to our financial person, Peggy Scott, and Peggy is the one that basically can hand out all that information. But no, if you want to come personally to the food bank, we're there every Tuesday morning from 9 to 11:45, and we do work Saturday mornings for a few hours, stocking our shelves for the following Tuesday. Yeah.
And it's pretty important this time of year because we're going to be into January soon, aren't we? And things tend to get really tight for folks. So make those donations, folks. Help out your local food bank wherever you live. It's important, isn't it? Isn't it, Kevin?
Yes, it is very, very important, especially come Christmas time. We always found that Christmas time, people are so generous because it's really a time of giving. So people really do come around at Christmas time with donations to the food bank. So we're fortunate there, but but the rest of the year keeps on going after Christmas, So, we have to thank our local people in Port Dover, like the Lions Club, Kinsman, and various other businesses, and people themselves who come with cash donations to the food bank. And cash is the best thing in the sense of giving because we can take the money and get the stuff that we need,
You have a board of directors and volunteers. You want to give them a quick shout out because they do endless, they just keep helping, right?
Oh, absolutely. Like our board is so valuable and really the volunteers are more valuable in the sense, because without them, it doesn't go, without the volunteers, nothing does happen. It's as simple as that because, they give their time every Tuesday. They only have to come once a month, but it's set up in 4 to 5 categories that you come every Tuesday. The people that are the volunteers, and they do a wonderful job. They work with their heart,
And I think too, one thing when I see these food banks and the people that are helping, it's a sense of community, and we need that more than ever, don't we?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, that's for sure. Because, the community is what it's all about. And the people in general of Port Dover itself, who are the givers, we're just the keeper of the key for now. And somebody else will get that key later on down the road and they'll look after it. But we're the keeper of the key. And really the volunteers are the backbone of the food banks. That's for sure.
Kevin, I can't thank you enough for taking the time today and just sharing that message. Take care. Have a great holiday.
Thank you so much, and Merry Christmas and the best to you, Dave.